Every real cowboy like myself knows how lonely it is out on the open range, which is why I listen to the Cowboy Boys podcast. With best contractually obligated friends, Shayne Smith and Mac Arthur, the Cowboy Boys will comfort your soul better than any disease-ridden saloon gal ever could. Cowboy Boys.
Yo. I started when you said start.
Oh.
You just stayed silent. You told me to start right now.
Shane was like, I got to check a text quick.
Yeah.
I do. Well, no, my agent texted me, and I was like, oh.
Whoa.
I'm ignoring. I fucking have my. They want me to do local news for Sacramento,
Do it.
and so I say yes. And then some local news places are chill, and they're just like, just come on.
Yeah.
Who cares? And then a lot of them do this thing where they're like,
See a photo of you and are like, oh no.
well, no. They're like, you need to send us 5 photos we could use. You need to send us a video clip. You need to send us 5 talking points and shit. And I'm like, no, I'm out.
Yeah.
I could care less.
That's what your agent is supposed to do.
Well, I'm just fucking. Oh no, that's what a manager does.
I'll be your manager.
No, I don't want a manager. I don't have the money for it.
I mean, you're already paying Mac.
Yeah.
Mac would be a terrible manager.
No, I'd be all right.
You didn't even believe yourself saying that. I was like, I'd be all right.
I could make a call every week or two.
Yeah. You
That's-
could be like an assistant. You'd be like,
Wait, I
a-
think I am an assistant. I had to
you
go get you sodas last night.
just went and got him pizza.
I had to get you pizza.
no, that's like a.
But he
I'm
also
like,
got
hey,
you pizza.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That was
that's
bribery
not-
pizza.
That is
Yeah,
that
yeah. I'm bribing you. That's different from other
is
things.
assisting.
Yeah. Assisting would be like if I was like for instance, I need to go get a New York ID. I still haven't done that. I've lived here for
Oh, I
almost
need to do that.
3 years.
Yeah, you should.
He's
do
been
that.
here a year longer than me, and he doesn't have one. And so I'm like, I got to do that. And so I haven't made the appointment. I'm going to. I think once I'm done, because I'm taking time off after December, from touring and stuff. I'm gonna like do some spots in the city, really organize my hour, figure out what I want. I'm gonna run it once or twice, or not once or twice. But I'm gonna do some shows.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna film it in next summer or spring. And also, I'm going on a tour with Rob Zombie.
Hell yeah.
Robert Zombert. And
Yeah.
so
That's why you're missing the first half of Japan.
Japan, yeah. And I'll be going to Japan. But during that time off, I'm going to do a bunch of life shit. Get my New York ID, figure out health insurance. Actually, I should just do that right now.
Yeah, health insurance you should figure out in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah. I need health insurance because I started filming a skate part, and I've gotten hurt twice now. Well, I mean, you fall all the time when you skate. That's just
Yeah.
skating. But I took like 2 kind of like hard slams now, and I've only been back skating like a lot for maybe a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh no, I'm all
Why do you need health insurance?
because I'm gonna go to the hospital.
Yeah, if you go to the emergency room, just give them a fake name.
That's
That's how that
I wish
works.
that's how that
Yeah,
worked.
you're Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Mac Arthur.
And then when the
everybody.
bill collectors come, I'll be like, do I look like I skate? Not me. See ya. Slam the
Man.
door on them.
It would be cool if it worked like that.
How does it work? I feel like you've given a fake name at the ER before.
Yeah, 100%. They'll figure you out.
Have you run out of names? Is that your problem? Where you're like,
I'm Homer Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They know. They just detective you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, is that why you keep getting new face tattoos? You're like the guy.
You throw off facial recognition.
The guy who's like, we're looking for a man with 2 face tattoos. They're like, not me. I clearly have 4.
I wonder if you could get a UV face tattoo that would interrupt cameras and stuff.
If it reflected light, is what you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Because that's how they mess with. They have hats with like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
UV
that you put 'em
lights
on
in them.
I used to have one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
interesting. I bet you did all kinds of fun shenanigans late at night.
No, it wasn't when I was doing crime. It was like before I moved here. I just got one because I thought it was cool.
It is cool. I have a RFID blocking cell phone pouch
Ooh.
that I've never used, but I'm like, I'm going to use this.
My travel bag has one of those, and I keep my hard drives inside of it.
Since so the government can't see your
My
jokes.
jokes.
Yeah, the government can't steal your joke.
I also put my passport in it when I travel.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
And I have an RFD on my phone now where I can just tap another person's phone, and they get like info. Did I show you that?
No.
Where
Is
the
this-
fuck's my phone?
Are you
Here's my
doing
Open your phone
are
quick.
you plugging an
Oh no, you
iPhone
showed
right
me this.
now?
I
Yeah.
saw this. I
Yeah.
saw this.
Are you getting paid for this advertisement right now?
I'm not saying what company I did it with, but there you go. You just click that, and now all of a sudden, boom.
What'd you send
I
him?
will never click your link.
You already follow me.
I
on everything,
know. Have you ever
motherfucker.
done that to? So can you just do that to regular people? Could you just like go by a bar and just be like boop when they're not?
They have to
looking?
just click the link thing.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I also put a QR code on the front of my phone so I can hold it up like this. And
Oh, to the
people can
camera?
yeah.
To
I was
people?
thinking, I don't know if it's big enough, but I think it would be fun at shows if someone was just like able to just like take a photo from stage.
It's funny how it's too much work to scan a QR code. Even if
It's
you're
so
like, here's
funny.
free money.
Yeah.
People are like, nah,
Nah.
it can't be me. And
I
nothing-
can't just open the pictures phone on my app. I don't know where I keep that.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I refuse.
That's why I like this tap thing, because then I tap it. Like after the show yesterday at Stand Up New York on Saturday, people were walking out of the club. I'm like, you're so funny. And I'm like, oh, thanks. You got your phone on you? And they take out their phone and I just tap it. And then they have the stuff. And I don't have to be like, follow me on this or follow me on that. It's like, whatever you're into, that's the version of it.
You
There
know,
it
that's
is.
pretty good.
You know what you should do that would be easier?
Put porn links.
Oh, well, that. You'd probably get a lot more clicks. Horny comedians is literally in your area right now. Just, I was thinking, when you're on stage, be like, hey, everybody, open your airdrop feature.
Oh,
If you have an
it'd be so
iPhone.
funny if you said open your airdrop and then you just dropped a photo of Shrek with a heart on or something. The things I give to people on planes.
Yeah, no, that's my favorite
On
thing.
planes?
yeah. Some
Dude,
how do
people's airdrops are on a plane, and I'll just like send fucked
Well,
up photos.
So on a plane, a lot of people have their airdrops, like me, brave warriors, just completely open.
For sure, gotta do it.
Anyone, and there's a few other people, but a plane is an area where you're all smashed in, very
Yeah.
close proximity.
Yeah.
Have nothing to do. Everyone has their phone open and is staring at their phone.
Yeah.
So it's prime real estate to like just airdrop whatever.
Yeah.
Very often, there's only like 2 people though.
Yeah,
Like,
I've got a
almost
few.
no
I've
one
got a
does it.
handful, and sometimes you start airdropping memes back and forth with someone else, but usually they don't
They're
like.
bad.
They don't like the memes. I'm
Yeah,
sending them.
yeah.
I don't open the gate with anything crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it might be like a kid.
They get like 2 memes before we get into Christopher Dorner stuff.
Yeah, Christopher Dorner and Epstein memes,
Yeah,
and then
And then you're like, this is my friend.
Well, no, usually they
They-
turn it off at that
I was going to
point.
say they recommend your podcast back to you.
exactly guerrilla marketing is how we do it.
I mean, that's how Dane Cook got famous. He would put his jokes on Napster and put them as other people's music. Like he'd be
Nice.
like Led Zeppelin, and then people would open it and it would be Dane Cook jokes.
That
Dude.
I fucking hate him. I'm trying to download a porn on Kazaa. I'm trying, weaving in between all the viruses, and I get a fucking Dane Cook special. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to it because I'm
Dude.
14 and he's the greatest comedian ever. But
That was what a wild time. Just beating my dick, listening to Dane Cook. So a lot
At
of
the
that.
same time,
Yeah,
on the family
sometimes.
on the family
On
computer.
the family computer, and then I was
that was in a hallway, age, sex, location.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then on top of that, it was for me. It was usually a friend's computer.
How it feels like that's why families aren't together anymore. Like we
'Cause-
are not all beating off on the same piece of hardware. You and your dad.
It's not that there's more than 4 channels of television now.
Yeah.
It's the
No.
fact that there isn't one shared computer in a hallway where someone secretly masturbates.
I don't think it was a secret. I think I've been caught, but no one ever confronted me.
Here's the thing: if
Well,
your
I've been-
dad catches you, he's like, "Well, I jack off there,
Yeah.
so I can't say anything."
But what I think I've talked about it before is when
Dad's like, hey, clear your cookies.
well, what happened was my mom. I don't know how she found out. Who cares?
Probably come on the screen.
Yeah, just whatever. And so
Is that too much too soon?
she had to make my dad talk to me about like, hey, there's boobs on the internet, and we're religious, and God gets sad when you touch your wiener. And so he had to go through my browser history to like, I think just be like, oh, I gotta make sure he's not into like weird stuff,
Like guys.
yeah, like guys at the time.
yeah,
Like,
that's for them. That would be it. That would
Yeah.
be the big one.
Oh, no.
And so I remember like my dad, like he's like, hey, I gotta go through your computer, and I was like, oh shit. And so he sent me to my room, and he's gonna go through my computer, and he spent 4 hours. I'm not kidding. I sat in my room just worried for 4 hours, and then he came in and gave me this like weird talk where he's like, so
you know, he's like,
porn is bad. All right.
he was like, "Whew, that was a workout."
Yeah. So he was just staring, going through, figuring out all my links.
Russian milfs.
Yeah. That motherfucker didn't share any of his links with me.
Damn, dude. I used to
It's also weird to be a dad and being like, "This is what my son nuts do."
Well, me and my dad have completely different tastes. We couldn't be more opposite.
crazy different.
You wouldn't want to bang your mom?
No. She's not my
That's
type.
a good point. Dude, Mac's mom is hot though. Maybe not now, but
I love that Max laugh and look at you there was like, "You motherfucker."
yeah, she is though. When I first met her, I was like, "Oh my god, Mac's mom is hot as fuck." And then I was like, "Where's your sister at?" And then his sister she's very Mormon looking.
Yeah, she's very. She needs a bonnet. Just to come
Bringing
in
back the
I wonder
bonnet.
if she's hot. If she
Churns butter.
I don't know. Just I don't know. Escaped from your house.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She's still locked away in that cult. What are you gonna do? My dad, I caught him once when I was mowing the lawn, and I looked through the window to like scare him, and he was just on. I think he told me the website. It was like Afro Introductions or something. So he has a very specific type, just BBW, or is it?
Whoa.
I think it'd be triple BW, big black beautiful women. That's his thing,
Hell yeah.
and God bless him.
Right, dude. No, he's into a very specific situation. Did I ever tell the story of how I had a VHS tape of hentai and I lost it at a friend's house and his mom found it and then she confronted me about it?
No.
So I got I don't remember how I came into. There was just like when you're young, physical porn circulates
Yes.
through.
It manifests.
Yeah.
Just
So
you will it into this universe.
I remember I got a bright yellow tape of hentai.
Which is like a red flag. You want if you're gonna have hidden porn, you want it to be very
Black spine.
Yeah.
No
you want
label.
you want it to be a Jurassic Park tape that's been like recorded over in the middle.
Yeah, with the
Or something.
Flintstones.
Yeah,
no, that's because I would put in Jurassic Park. You want something that no one would watch.
Yeah, true.
Like Akira.
Yeah.
No,
what?
You
Wow,
guys would, but your
sins.
parents aren't gonna watch
Oh,
Akira.
good point.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
We were just-
sorry. Whoa.
We're just offended that. I was like, how angry would you be if you're like, I'm going to watch Akira, and then porn happens in the middle? I'm like, God damn it. Now I got to finish Akira and jack off.
yeah. So is this porn? It was like is it futaba? Is that the term? Anyway,
What is that?
it's
say a
transsexual porn.
Did you just say a more fucked up version?
Yeah, maybe. So it's really, really hot chicks with dicks, right?
You could just say that.
Yeah. Well, they're cartoon characters, so I don't know what the
Subgenre.
Yeah. Well, I also don't know how to be woke about like, listen, they're fictional characters that
Have boobies and penises.
Yeah. I don't know that their gender identities are even. I don't know how that factors in.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's the last thing you're thinking about.
Yeah. Listen, there are women. They have penises and they fuck other women. And 13-year-old me was like, absolutely yes.
You're like,
So-
it's all women and titties.
Yeah. So it was this video. I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, what's this bride gonna do with her best friend? And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, her best friend has a penis. This is awesome. And then they fucked, and it was a whole thing. So there's a bunch of these videos, and some of them are very like, hentai. So they're like
know
a
what's
woman
crazy?
getting fucked on the train.
Just the fact that made it to Utah
yeah, no, that's,
blows my mind.
dude. I think
you
about
know
it
how
all
many-
the time.
You know how many hands that had to go through to get to you? Like, think about, like, that was not made in America.
No.
So somebody in Japan was like, I got to get 20 of these. I got to send them to New York City. And then
Yeah.
somebody in New York City was like, I got to bring this home with me. They brought it on an airplane to New York.
Yes.
And then somebody's older brother left town for a week, and it was like, I got to steal this from my older brother and show it to Shayne.
Yeah. Basically,
Well, that's how like drugs work, right?
Dude.
They make drugs over there, and you're like, wait, this is $5 here, but if I bring it to Utah, it's $500.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, do you want to pay $500 for a weird tentacle tape? Yes.
yeah. So anyway, it
You
got
have a
to
free
Utah.
trip to
Yeah.
Japan.
That's true. I'm bringing a Levi's jean jacket to Japan just to sell that I know I'll get fucking bank for.
I remember.
Do they not have Levi's out there?
They do, but it's like a 70s vintage women's Levi's chore coat. It's like,
oh, okay.
ah,
So you're
it's an orange tab. I'm gonna get like $500-600 for it.
and
Wow.
damn, you've done the research that.
Yeah, I just kind of
of
know about that shit. That's my hentai.
Yeah, it's jean jackets.
Jean jackets. So anyway, my brother saw it and they were like, "Ugh, this is gross. These girls have dicks." And I was
Yeah.
like, and then
I bet they were like,
yeah,
"This is
yeah.
gross."
And then, but as even 12-year-old me was pretty woke, so I was like, I'm gonna beat off to this.
I don't think you are woke. I think
No, I wasn't at all.
I think at that age you're just like anything that.
Well,
I
my
think
brothers weren't. They would genuinely were like, "This is nasty." And
Yeah,
I
well,
was
they're-
like, they're hot as fuck.
They're older, right?
You're like
No.
you're looking at the wrong parts, buddy.
Yeah, one of my brothers is a year older than me, and one of my brothers is 2 months younger than me.
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
You're just 1 year older.
Yes.
W-
Yes.
Wait,
Yes.
that Matt 2 months younger than you?
Yes.
Step
So
So
brother.
so dad brother
The stepbrother.
through the father.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But for a second, I was like, "How is that possible?"
No,
and it's like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, dudes get ladies pregnant."
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah. Dudes get ladies pregnant. So so anyway, they weren't into it, and I was like, "This is hot." I remember I watched it so many times. And then I took it to a friend's house once, and I must have like hidden it while we went skating or did something, like as a 13-year-old. And then I came back, and then we were hanging out, all normal. We played Smash Bros or whatever, and we went to bed.
Yeah.
And I remember sleeping like I'm asleep on my friend's floor or whatever, and then his mom comes in and she's like, Shayne, and like doesn't wake him up.
Oh, and you're like, oh, this
Oh,
is
you're
it.
like,
This is
yeah,
what I
this
thought.
is-
Yeah, no, I was like,
This is what I've been dreaming for.
here we fucking go.
This is what happens in the tapes.
Let's go, boys. So I was like, dude,
I hope her dick is so
yeah,
big.
yeah, dude. I would literally am just like, I'm gonna suck my friend's mom's dick. It's gonna rule. I'm so pumped. This is what I've been waiting for. So I get out. I was very woke as a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
You keep saying that.
I know. You
Well,
can't. I love that.
I mean, were you? Because she had to wake you up.
Nah.
I also love that in reality, I'm joking, but there are people who really are like, I have friends from Utah that are like, yeah, Shay, like, because I've dated trans people or whatever, they'll be like, you are woke. And I'll be like, fucking people doesn't mean you're morally understanding or being supportive of what's going on.
Yeah, you're just like, that works for me.
Yeah, yeah. Like my penis and who I want to be with, that has nothing to do with anything.
I would
Yeah,
say
if
some-
you fuck, no, that's a bad example. I was gonna say just if you have sex with a homeless person, it doesn't make you charitable.
No, it doesn't.
well, if they come more than you do, then it does. Then you're
True,
okay.
True.
But no, that's like a phrase is if you have like a certain fetish for like a minority, and then the minorities are mad, they'll be like, "You fuck us, but you don't fuck with us."
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's like it can be like I'm
Yeah.
really into them, but then when that community needs help,
Yeah.
In the Me and White Supremacy book that everyone read,
I didn't even.
yeah, it was
Yeah, no.
That's out of my wheelhouse.
like post George Floyd, there was like a book going around that everybody was reading called Me and White Supremacy, and like white people were supposed to gather in groups and like talk about the whites, like how they have like privilege and things like that. And woman I was dating at the time, a bunch of people put one of these groups together, and maybe it's because I'm from the city and I grew up with people who are different from me, like the way that they're reacted to these other people kind of blew my mind. And there is that thing of like someone being like, I dated a black person
Yeah.
just to, see what it was like. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean see what it was like? It's a person.
It's a very Get Out
yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
like.
yes.
We voted for Obama.
Yeah, it's like
what
who
the-
gives a fuck? Yeah, you mean you voted for the guy who went to Harvard and was the head of the law review and is a fucking genius?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what.
That doesn't make you woke. It it makes you an idiot if that's why you voted for him.
Yeah. It's also people who, it's the same people. It would be like my fucking cousins being like, dude, yeah, we support trans people. Yeah, we vote against them, but I jack off to them. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
What? No.
This is why I love being brown. I just see white people and black people, their struggle, and I'm like, well, hope you guys figure that out.
I'm right here in the middle, tricking everybody.
Yeah, I'll
oh,
just-
dude. It's so true. So anyway, she wakes me up, right?
Oh, yeah.
So she wakes
Right.
me up, and I'm like, "Here we go. I'm gonna suck my friend's mom's dick." And she gets me up, and she's like, I realized that she's like very emotional,
She's
You know when
crying.
someone like
She
you know
wanted
when
that dick
someone's
so bad.
Amped up, they're so adrenaline.
Yeah,
that
they're
they're like
shaking.
shaking.
Yeah.
So she's like,
She was that
"I
horny.
Found a tape and my friend's name was Robbie, and she's like,
What's his full name?
It's no, never. And so, but she's like, I found a tape. And so
Robbie
here's-
Williams' room.
Yeah, whoa, that was really close to his real name. Damn. So
Is that the name of Is that the name of an old open micer we know?
Yeah, it is actually. I think.
Who wouldn't change their name as a comedian if your name is Robbie Williams? I was saying it because it
Oh.
sounded close to Robin Williams.
No, this guy.
Like you would call young Robin Williams Robbie Williams.
True.
Yeah.
Shout out to Robbie Williams, local stand-up hero.
Yeah. He's really doing it. So
Even after he moved, we still reminisce about his bits.
she
Pure
basically
trash.
was.
I won't say. He might be listening.
Hey, shout out Robbie. So his mom was basically like, I know my son wouldn't do this. You've done this.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
and she was like,
she was correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you were like, I know you brought this into my house, you trash child.
Yeah. So she was like, she gave me the benefit of the doubt too, because she was like, I found something so graphic, and I don't want to accuse you. And immediately in my head, I go, oh, I'm going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say I don't know and let it, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
And
Be like,
so-
I bought it because I thought it was cartoons.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
then she was like, it's a yellow tape, and I put it in. And on this tape, women with penises were doing sex acts to other women who sometimes didn't even know them. And I was in my mind, I was like, yeah, they do that. Oh,
And
man.
also, you're just like, you're saying all these words to me. That's what I'll jerk off to.
Yeah,
later.
yeah. There was like one storyline where these two like girls
Wait.
are on the train, and it's a busy train in like Tokyo, and the one girl, they like meet each other, and she's like, "You're so nice, I like you." And then the one girl is like, she's like, "You're so cute. A shame I'm only into dick or whatever.
Dudes.
Hot girls with penises don't
No.
exist." And then she turned around, and the other girl just like puts her dick under her skirt into her, and I was just like, this is plausible. Yeah, this could happen. Just watching it as a
That
kid.
sounds like it sounds like my dad doing research. She watched and figured out the plots. She's like, how much did she watch that she knew what was going on?
Dude,
Because if I saw that, I'd be like, all right, I'm not watching that.
dude,
Get this shit out of
I
here.
truly think she like was like affected by it deeply. Like she was just like, this is evil.
Yeah.
It's in my home or whatever.
It
And
is-
I just remember being like, I don't know what you're talking about.
We've talked-
Yellow? Is the color yellow? I've never heard of it.
We've talked about this before, how we grew up in that very early internet where
yeah.
just like rotten.com and early live leak and all the like just absolutely desensitized at like, your formative 12 to 13 to 14-year-old age.
Yeah.
Just getting pranked by other online people. And that's kind of gone away, I feel like. The internet's pretty safe and sanitized.
Yeah, you can.
Said the
So-
guy who airdrops Shrek jerking off to people on a plane.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. We're desensitized.
Yeah,
and I
true,
wonder I feel like we're blessed. We truly know what's out there without it affecting us negatively. I don't. What's the worst thing you've ever seen on the internet, JF?
I saw a couple of Shayne sets.
There you go.
I mean, I had to. I'm sorry.
Oh, I know most people have the same answer.
Yeah,
I've
do
asked
that.
this question on different podcasts because people talk to me about the internet a lot when I'm on their podcast.
Yeah.
It's almost always that they saw James Foley get beheaded.
Wait, which one's that guy? Is that
He was
reporter?
the first guy ISIS beheaded.
I mean, seeing George Floyd get killed might have been the worst thing I've ever seen in
That
my
was
life.
Yeah, that one was emotionally like, just like what the fuck. I'm talking about just like a shock, like a visceral intended to like gross you out shock sight, like as a prank, like like someone laughing when they show you.
My friends didn't do a lot of that shit. I mean, my friends would just send like pictures of their own dicks.
Open your phone up right
I would
now.
do.
Yeah.
Let me-
I'm trying
No,
to think
thank
of
you.
the worst thing I've ever. I don't know.
there was a website back in the day. It was early internet where it would show you. It was supposedly like we can determine where you are on a map, like through your IP address.
Wow.
And it will. And I was like, what? Can they really do this? And I clicked it, and it would like take a couple minutes to like load. It was like determining your IP address, and I was at work when I did this, and I got called away to do something else. And when I came back to the screen, it was a prank site, and it was doing a meat spin.
Oh,
Which, you know, are you familiar with meat spin?
Yeah, it's just like a bunch of dicks swinging.
Well,
around,
it's a
right?
guy getting fucked in the ass, but the gyrations are making his dick swing
Oh.
in a helicopter motion.
yeah.
So I'd been away from my computer for like 5 minutes in this office, and I'm like, I don't know if anyone has walked by.
Has anyone got meat
Somebody,
spin?
so your dad just walks in and it's like, I'm gonna have to talk to Mac later. Closes the door.
Your office calls your father in
Yeah.
to talk to you. Mac meat spin to the office.
I haven't seen that.
Meat spinned.
I remember early internet. One of the ones that me and my friends thought was just hilarious was there was a video called cakefarts.com,
Yes.
and it would just be women, like sexy hot women farting on cakes.
The
Yes.
original
And
one
then-
is sexy. She's
Yeah,
kind of weird. I
And
like
then
it.
there was like one of the videos where the lady does it, and in a little piece she farts, and a little piece of poop pops out of her
Oh,
butt.
no.
Yes.
And then everybody would like flip out.
And so that's like popular. That became a meme, and now it's a big thing for girls to sit on cakes on like OnlyFans
Yeah.
and stuff. But I don't think they know
The
where the origin of that, of calling it cake and all that, comes from. It is 100% cake farts.
There was a guy. Side note, if he's still out there, he emailed us when we were like on episode 5, saying my mom is the original. And
yeah, I remember that.
I emailed him back, and I was like, "Let's talk." And he never got back to me. So if you're out
Fuck.
there,
Cake farts.
if
Junior.
you know that guy, if you live in that neighborhood, go knock on his door. I want
Rebecca Cake farts.
Yeah, I
on
want
this
her
podcast.
interview. I want her on the podcast. I want that guy who emailed me and teased me. I'm angry now.
You should search through your email and reach back out.
I should. That is
Yeah.
a good idea. I'm just lazy.
All you have to do is literally type the word cake fart
Hey,
into
yeah.
your email.
I have to do work.
Yeah, today you Googled like beheading.
We don't
12
even.
times.
He doesn't look into the email, and not to say that I do either. But
No, I do.
okay,
I'm on that.
are you?
Yeah.
What was the last email we got?
Some girl sent us a nude, but she wasn't nude. She did a silhouette, so it was her naked body, but like
That could be anybody or anything.
it could be. But I appreciate the thought.
Okay,
She was just like, "Hey, I know you guys used to get nudes."
we did used to. People
Didn't
stopped.
you- Why did they stop?
I think because there was two specific guys that just blew everyone out of the fucking water, and we were so open about the fact that these dudes murdered it that girls were just like, we give up. Yeah, these two gay dudes. Well, they're specific. I say gay. They are gay.
They're
made
sending,
sure I
they're
knew.
sending nudes
Yeah,
to
yeah.
men. Men on another podcast.
Yeah. They
Or
fucking
maybe they just
crushed
want
it.
dominant.
Well, everyone sends nudes, and they just send normal ones, which is fine. We got like a ton of nudes from like really good-looking people.
Yeah.
Actually, I was like blown away by how many good-looking people were like.
I
It's
mean,
funny that we're
Half
naked.
the time, the people who post themselves in their cowboy shirts on your guys' Instagram feeds, I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
life.
We have a ton of good-looking fans, and so they're great. And we also got fun nudes. Like there was a girl who sent us a photo of her topless on top of one of the fucking cats that climb up the mountain for people to do backcountry snowboarding. That fucking ruled.
There was
Love a
the-
nature nude.
There was the one lady who's like, "Look at me sucking my husband and his friend's dick at the
Yeah,
same time."
yeah. No, she was sucking 3 dicks, and she goes, "One of them
Oh,
is
yeah,
my
yeah.
husband."
Yeah. She was cool. I remember her.
Yeah, we've gotten some weird ones too. We've gotten a ton. I mean, there's too many to name.
But we just named a bunch.
Yeah. But there's this dude, 2 specific dudes who were like fucking professional photography, lights, definitely light. By the way,
Fog machines.
yeah, they're by themselves. Dude, there's like black and white. Also doesn't hurt that they're like,
sepia tone dick.
dude, for
Yeah.
real, shredded. This dude didn't eat that day. You know, he cut weight for the photo. Looking, both guys incredibly handsome.
All right, but let's be real here. They just had those on hand.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
didn't
yeah,
make
yeah.
those for
no,
us.
they didn't make them for us. It doesn't matter.
I
Just
know.
the
But
fact that they created art. Like Van Gogh didn't paint it for you, but you're looking at it now, motherfucker. You know.
It's like, it was like a Robert Mapplethorpe picture
Yeah,
where
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like, this is high art more than
Yeah.
anything.
It was artistic.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Black and white. If you make porn black and white, it becomes artistic. It's no longer
It
porn.
was wild. And you know when the dicks can get unwieldy big, they were just big enough. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? You guys are.
Yeah. What are you talking about? if you have a giant hog, it's your duty to take a bunch of pictures of
Yeah,
it
it was.
and spread it. I mean, you're just gonna let that. You're gonna waste that potential. Just be sending it out to everyone. I'll be like, "Oops, there's a bunch of pictures of my giant hog. Don't look at them, please."
Yeah, they killed it. So both of them were just like, we were just like, Jesus Christ. Even Mac, who's like very not into it, was just like, we gotta.
I can appreciate the
Yeah,
art.
it's like, what is going on? So they killed it so hard. I think that on an episode we talked about it, and then that was basically after that we stopped getting so many, and I was like, oh, we scared everyone away.
Everyone's like, well, I don't got a huge dick.
Yeah, I don't got a huge dick or a fucking lighting setup and a professional DSLR camera and like a fucking
But
Photoshop.
you can send us whatever you want.
You
at
can,
Cowboy
honestly.
Boys
Or
podcast
or
at gmail.com.
Or Mac's Instagram.
Yeah.
I do get some people send me nudes straight to my phone.
I've been next to you when you've accidentally opened one in like a kid's play castle at a McDonald's. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh no,
yeah. I should know better because
get Mac out of the ball pit right now. We gotta go.
It tells you like. It tells you, hey, you sure you want to look at this? And I'm always like, yes.
Yeah.
I can't not look.
How would you not? It doesn't tell them if you look, so I'm going to look.
Dude, I complained about people sending me nudes, and there's this one girl who's.
You complained?
Well, I complained about people
There
having
it is.
conversations with
Why do people
themselves.
stop sending us nudes?
Yeah, no, I guess I discourage
You know what
them.
I hate?
I don't hate getting them. I just think it's funny.
You know what really ruins my day?
There was someone
Not
who
me.
sent me like a ton, and I never responded. And then I know they listen to the podcast because they deleted them, and then restarted the conversation as if they weren't horny in the first place.
Hell
But I
yeah.
know you were horny. I know you're horny. I'm not mad at you. It's okay to be horny. I'm not mad at you, but I just want you
Shayne's
to
horny
know.
right now.
I am. And I want you to know that I know. I wonder how many people have done that, but I only caught the one. So there's probably like 3 people that are like, fuck, am I the one that he knows did
Yeah,
this?
Definitely not.
But yeah, dude.
I've never gotten a nude.
What?
What?
Never.
I'll send you a nude right now.
I
Open
will
your
pass.
airdrop.
Yeah. Max nudes are great.
Yeah, I take funny ones. That's the
Yeah,
point.
Mac refuses to try.
What do you know? I try, but in a different.
No.
I'm utilizing a different angle.
What do you think? You got those little new cowboy statues in the mail.
Yeah.
Mac's just gonna put them on his balls like they're going through the tundra.
Should I put I should put some Lord of the Ring figurines around my penis
And they're fighting
dress
it?
my penis like a dragon?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then send it to a woman. If she's like, "This is awesome," you know you've met your wife.
You could just be like, "Do you think you could slay the dragon?"
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna do it. Do you guys want to see the photo when I
Yeah,
finish
Of
it?
course.
Okay. They're two very different. Yes. No. Listen.
Wait, you've never
both
received,
of you are gonna see it.
You've never received a nude. Not from your
Not like
girl-
a like unsolicited random one.
Not like from your girlfriend or
You know what? No.
not
You've been-
anyone you've ever dated.
No, I think because we were talking about the internet age, where like I'm at the front age of the internet. I'm 38,
Yeah, you're.
so I'm like I'm the first year of millennial.
you barely
So
missed it.
so I like get the internet, but not in the way that a lot of people do. So I think most people my age are like, I can't send my dick on the internet. What if I
Yeah.
try to be a senator one day?
I
Yeah.
remember having that fear in me.
I've done like FaceTime, like
It's not the same.
I will
stuff.
also say
It's a different thing.
our generation, basically like my age to your age, 34 or 30, like 35 to 40 or whatever. That
Say the
class
birth
of,
year.
that yeah, so like 80, so like 85 to 90.
yeah.
That year, those ages of women, they missed out on the empowering part of feminism.
Yes, empowering.
Well, no, truly, and so like
I'm-
girls that age, because I've dated girls older than me and stuff.
Shane,
What?
women that age.
Oh yeah, women, girls, whatever. It's all the same. But
joking.
yeah.
There's nothing I love more than a 50-year-old girl. I don't
Dude,
know.
yeah.
Actually, kind of a
Yeah,
50-year-old girl is like, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But they don't. That's different. They like
Yeah.
don't send nudes.
Or you know what
and
else
stuff.
is also is fun? 19-year-old woman, as opposed to a 50-year-old girl.
Yeah, a lady who's got her shit together.
Yeah,
she's
you're
like been through some shit.
you're just like, what? How do you already have like a Fortune 500 company? You're 19. You want? All right, I'll fuck you. Let's do it. She seemed responsible.
I dated when I was like, I was probably like 22, 23. I dated like another lady who was like 21, 22, like that, who like made a bunch of money in the stock market
yeah.
on her own in high school, and she owned 3 boats. And I was like, I don't own 1 jacket. How are you fucking me?
What happened?
She realized when I was like in my early 20s, I was like a pretty wild alcoholic,
Oh,
and I did improv and like
God damn,
yeah,
dude.
I know.
that
And like
It just got
sucks.
worse, progressively worse. How are you gonna say a worse thing than alcoholic?
But like we were like the artsy, like punk rocky kind of
Yeah.
improv kids.
Yeah.
And we had like a
Yeah,
flop
'cause
house with like 4 other dudes that was like cool, and I knew how to decorate a place and shit like that. But like, so women would be like, "Oh, this is gonna be fun," and they'd fuck me for like a month or 2, and then be like, "Oh, he doesn't have electricity. I gotta leave."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know about that.
Dude, women are so shallow.
Yeah, truly.
Don't-
Oh,
No, they made every one of those ladies made the right move. They're not shallow.
that is the funny thing. I've
They
been
were
coming-
like, "This is a fuck boy. I'm gonna fuck him, and then I'm gonna get the fuck out of here before he like catches feelings." Which I would, because that was the other problem. I was always the dude who was like, "So are you gonna be my girlfriend?"
Yeah.
And they were just like, "No, you're gross."
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with being gross?
No, or both of those.
Oh, I thought you were defending grossness. I was like,
Shane's like, or Shane, Mac's like, "Yeah, I'm gross."
Yeah, I'll do both.
I'm gross.
If you touch my wiener once, I'll marry you.
It's
So I'm
true.
sorry, that's why
yeah,
I
I mean, that was my whole early 20s vibe. Was just
That's-
like, because my parents got married, or not married, they started dating at 13 and 14. So from like the time I was like 13, 14, I was like, whoever I meet now will be my wife for the rest of my life.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
And I had a lot of that until I had my first divorce, and I was like, maybe not everybody.
yeah. No, that's what happened to me. I got divorced, and I was like, uh-oh.
Do you still have that millionaire's number?
No,
You
but
can find her. You should be like,
yeah.
hey,
I mean,
check out my stand-up special.
just
Oh
just
my
send it
a
to
heads
her.
up. No, she's like married and lives in the Midwest now. She's got like a nice life. I'm not trying to get in there
I
and fuck
mean,
that
last
up.
time you checked.
That's
things-
true.
Things go south. You could be there to pick up the pieces.
That's true.
Dude.
It was also just like that 2 different lifestyles kind of thing. Like
Yeah.
she was in like school for economics to be like a day trader kind of thing, and I was like, I'm gonna tell jokes.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough now because succeeding in comedy in any in any kind of sense, you're still kind of a loser. But now
Yeah.
you're
Or not.
a loser who has who has a career and stuff. So that you're like, oh, I should date career-oriented women.
Yeah.
Who are
Because
like,
we are career oriented people.
yeah. So then I'm like, oh, okay. So I'll
But
date
you're-
like women with money and power and like a
Who read-
sense of self.
They
and
read books.
who read books and stuff, and then but those women are like, listen,
wait,
I know that you
Wait, so you made $40 this week talking about tentacle porn?
yeah. So then I'm like,
we made a lot this week talking about tentacle porn. More than $40.
it is so funny to be like, oh, I'll date you, and then they're like, oh, okay, so you're like a person with a career and stuff, so you're safe to date, and then they meet you and they go, you're a fucking like you're a mess. You're just like a burnout who made it.
I literally have I told you like 3 days ago on Tinder, I was talking to a girl and she's like, oh, I don't drink, I don't like do all that, and I'm like, oh, me neither. Like, and she's like, you seem like the perfect match. What do you do? And I'm like, I have a podcast where I like just talk, and I think she looked me up and she unmatched me within like a minute. She was just like, no.
Well, it's like
I did
also
not.
that thing of like some people like I just I'm like dating somebody new a little bit right now, and it's like they have that moment of like, am I gonna end up in your act? And it's
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
100%. I was like, if
I love that you say that. I mean,
if it's something you don't like, I will remove it if you're a person who's important to me
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
a special relationship, and I'm not going to try to make you look bad. But like the nuances of a relationship is the stuff that makes up good comedy.
yeah. I
And
mean, I
it's
would never say someone's name or point them out.
No.
I would say their full name. Fuck that. If someone's wronged me and it's going in my special, I'm going to say your full name.
Oh, if they've wronged you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then you're going to get sued like Ari Shaffir.
Oh, did he get sued for that?
He got in trouble for that one-armed lady, making fun of that one-armed
I
lady.
remember.
Yeah.
I respect him immensely because he's always named names.
Yeah. I remember when that happened, people were like, what do you think's going to happen? And I was like, fucking nothing. Ari doesn't give a shit. And I was like, he's like, his fans don't give a shit. He'll be fine. He's not going to apologize. He could give 2 fucks. And someone was like, I don't know. And I'm like, yeah, all right, whatever. And people were like, how are you friends with that guy? I was like, when I went through my divorce, he was like, do you want to live in my apartment? I won't be there. I was like,
yeah.
When I was poor, he bought me food. He was like, you're poor, right? And I'm like, yeah. And he was like, here's food.
Yeah, he's the nicest guy.
He's also a bit of a psycho, but
Yeah, sure. The nicest people are.
You could. That's the thing is like, there are evil people who are not evil to everyone, and there are. I'm not saying Ari's evil.
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of it.
Yeah.
He's got
I'm sure Hitler's dog loved him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
R.I.P. Norm.
Is that the name of Hitler? Did Hitler really have a dog?
That's the name of his special.
Oh, that's right.
He does a whole thing on it.
Yeah.
I thought you were doing a reference.
No.
Good reference that
I
you were
wonder-
doing.
I wonder if Hitler's dog did Hitler. What if Hitler's dogs didn't like him? What if he was a bad dog owner?
No.
Oh,
I
I,
think
mean,
the
I would be
dogs liked
shocked.
Ava more.
Oh,
Did Hitler shoot his dogs?
I think he did. I think he shot.
No one can have these. Dude, if you're going to commit suicide with your wife, do you also shoot the dog? Go.
No.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
what order do you shoot that? I obviously.
You leave the dog so it can eat you after you're dead.
No, you gotta. He's a part of the family.
No,
He's
I
gonna
would-
die too.
I would shoot the dog first to not make it suffer through seeing me shoot anyone else.
Oh my god.
I'm just
So
saying.
you're gonna make your family watch you kill a dog before you kill them?
Yes.
No. Dog goes last.
Dude, that's if I'm dating someone and I'm Hitler, she's gonna be pretty ride or die. She's gonna know the score. I don't think it's gonna be a surprise when the Allies come knocking. I think she's gonna be like, "Well, here it is."
Listen, I can shoot the dog in front of you, or we let the Russians have the dog. What do you want to do
Yeah.
here? What do you want?
She was like, no Russians having my fucking dog.
Yeah.
That's right, dude. I'll fucking shoot my dog right in the face before I let the Russians have him. I actually like the Russians.
Did the Russians show up? Was that who? I don't know.
No, the first people. Well, actually, I don't know who showed up to the bunker. The Russians were pressing Moscow first, and the Germans were deeply afraid of the Russians and surrendering
As
to the Americans.
everybody should be.
Yeah, well, they should be afraid of the Russians after the horrible things they did to them. They fought the most apocalyptic battle in human history against the Russians, and so yeah, they were definitely angry at them.
Yeah.
You know. Also, communism and fascism are diametrically opposed. There were, millions of German communists who fled Germany to Russia.
I disagree.
After, even before Germany attacked Poland.
They're the same thing. They're forms of government. Anarchy is the only true
Oh,
system.
okay.
Fascism and communism, same exact thing.
But anarchy isn't a system, Mac.
I know. I'm saying no system
Yeah.
is better than two systems.
I mean, I disagree.
The two systems can be diametrically opposed.
I like things like the internet and a reliable food supply
Look,
chain.
I like a lot of those things too, but we would probably be better off if we were swinging from vines and not wearing clothes.
No.
Yes.
I love it. JF just straight up. No.
Mac, do you realize everything that you care for in the world is because of the internet?
I know. That's why I know how much damage it's done to me. You haven't dived as deep. You haven't
That's
peeled
why
back the curtain. You're like, this
That's why I
internet
still have
shit's
some
great.
joy.
Exactly. You don't
Yeah.
know how bad it gets.
Max, big time grass is greener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His whole life is everything. Since I met him, everything he says is grass is greener. As soon as he gets it, he's like, no.
Well, you telling me you wouldn't want to live in a cool Ewok hut?
No. If I wanted to, I would. I do
Yeah, you
what I
could go
want to
do that now. You
Yeah,
can just
that's what
leave
that's my whole thing.
society.
Trust me, we've been. I constantly am like, do it then, and he's just like, no, I like Doom, and then he just plays Doom on his computer. So there's that. I
What are you
would
gonna
like
do?
to live in an Ewok hut. I would like to own a big tree house. There's like a show about building tree houses.
There's been a couple of them.
Is
One
there?
with a super nerdy guy who's like,
I should watch it.
yeah.
I've never seen it. When I was a kid, I built a couple tree houses.
Is it
Yeah.
like, are these like HGTV shows or like, we're
Yes.
looking for a tree house
Yeah,
with
and
a
it's
good
like
neighborhood?
the lead singer of the Florida Georgia Line wants a treehouse with a studio in it on his property, and it's like
Fuck.
this like nerdy dude flies in and like makes him a tree.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's one guy who's building these specific tree houses.
One guy who like designs it and hosts the show, and
Oh
there's
my
a team
God.
of people.
Oh, okay, so it's
He's
not,
like a sweet rube.
all right. It's not like the drama of normal HGTV where
There's
a
a little bit of drama because
Yeah.
they just put that in for commercial breaks to keep you watching.
yeah the tree's like, oh my God, it's gonna fall over. It
Yeah,
didn't fall
and
over.
they're like, it didn't, so we're good.
I saw this this photo of the Baba Yaga house, the modern Baba Yaga house.
What is that? That's that Russian.
The Baba Yaga is a house that sits on the fucking
It's like a
chicken
Russian
legs.
witch?
Yeah.
So there's this house that's like in the middle of the woods and it's on these like big stilts, and then there's like a circular staircase like that's enclosed so you can't get to it unless you have the key, and then it leads to a walkway that leads into the house. So the house is like 30 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I want to live there. That's in my head. I'm like obsessed. I think about it all the
Wait,
time.
like an old cabin with legs?
There's a
Yeah.
one of Quincy Jones's old houses is for sale in LA right now, and it's $2 million. And I'm like, fuck, I want that house. And it's like a super sweet, like Danish modern, like mid-century modern house with like open glass windows in the woods and shit like that.
I have no. You said so many words that I
Yeah.
don't know. It sounds cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Danish?
in.
Yeah.
That's not real.
There's no such thing as a Dane.
What the fuck is a century?
Wait, is it on stilts or not? Because
No still.
Oh, then
Still
shit.
listen.
I'm out.
I want a stilt house so when the flood waters come, I'm just like,
I thought you were gonna say because you can fire from the house down into people who try to approach you.
I mean, I guess that's a
Yeah,
plus.
yeah.
No, because then they get under the house and start a fire and burn you from the inside.
No, you pour boiling oil and pitch out of the house like a medieval castle.
No, you need a stilt house, but there already has to be water, so it's people can't start
True,
fires,
true.
and it's hard for them. And crocodile infested waters, or
Yes.
sharks, whichever are
Piranhas?
more vicious, hungry. Piranhas are
I feel like they would take a while.
no, when they get going. Piranhas, I feel like I've seen videos where once they start attacking, you have
Mac,
to
you've seen videos of piranhas eating people?
not all people, but animals.
Pull
and
up your
other-
favorite three.
My favorite.
There's one where a guy keeps teasing his piranha and he
Yes,
gets
I've seen
bit.
that one.
And it's like, yeah, man,
'Cause he's
you
like-
fucked up, dude.
because he's like piranhas don't attack unless they're like hungry, and he's like has his hand in the tank.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
They finally get them. They're fast.
Yeah.
They've got sharp teeth.
Yeah.
I'd like piranhas. That'd be a fun pet.
Yeah. What I'm trying to think of people who have fish are weird. I'm not a fish guy. I'm not a fish or reptile guy.
Like 7 people at home just went, oh.
Dude, I know a lot of people.
I get it.
Listen, there's one of our fans has a snake, and I think she's the greatest. But I'm like, I fucking don't know what you're doing with
No,
that snake.
A fish tank is too much responsibility for me, but it's like having a cool screensaver that you can never turn off.
And you have to feed.
and you have to
maintain.
feed and clean, and it costs thousands of dollars a year.
That's a really good point. Fish are just a screensaver in your house.
Yeah.
It's like plants. People who have a lot of plants.
I
in
love
their
a
house.
plant. That's good for your health, having
I
plants.
just like dogs and cats.
Those are too interactive. You don't just get to look at them and enjoy them. You have to
Cats are.
You have to, I guess.
I used to be anti-cat. Now I am very much pro-cat.
Oh, now that you're single again,
Dude,
you're
everyone.
No, I when I was in the relationship, I had a cat.
That's
Oh.
I literally everyone I've ever met in my life who's been anti-cat gets a cat or is around cats enough that they go, oh yeah, this is
Yeah,
good."
that's the bacteria that cats carry.
yeah,
Yeah.
they
That
force
gets in-
you.
Yeah.
that gets into your brain and rewrites you, and then
Yeah.
what is it called?
Alien goo.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, I like cats now, and also it makes men take more risks.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
Didn't help me at all.
and maybe it did.
Dude,
Maybe it
I'm
did.
loaded full of cat poison. Just fucking smashed full. I love it, dude. But yeah, cats are great. We're getting a cat.
You guys are
Yeah, maybe 2.
in here?
What?
Sure.
Maybe two.
Well, listen, a lot of them they need to be adopted together because they're siblings. What's
told
the
you,
difference between 2 or 1?
I told you
A lot of poop.
Yeah, my only requirement is it has to be Garfield level fat or fatter. I don't want like a skinny cat.
You can make a skinny cat fat.
I will.
No, we're not. You have to pay for its diabetes medication.
I will.
He's gonna
You
Kit
won't.
Kat that cat.
Dude. Yeah, we're gonna
This
get
conversation just makes me want Kit Kats.
a cat. Dude, I saw someone posted that they bought a Kit Kat and they bit into it and there was no wafer in it. It was
What?
a defect. It was only chocolate.
Was it better?
That would be the most heartbreaking day
Dude,
of my fat
they
childhood.
were really bummed out. Yeah, I was like, damn, that's.
Remember that when after we taped the special when we were all in Florida, that like fucking weird cinnamon dolce one I got or whatever.
Yeah,
it was?
yeah.
It smells so crazy, but tastes so good. Anyway, that's
I
just
think
me
the
talking
opposite.
about
It
Kit
didn't
Kats.
taste good. I didn't like
Oh,
it.
I liked it.
Yeah, I don't like coffee taste in my candy bars.
The best candy bar is Twix.
No.
Yes.
No.
I'm trying to think of what the best candy
Or
bar is.
Almond Joy.
Dude, I was just going to say, low-key, it might be an Almond Joy for me, even though I
Dude,
know it's a stupid candy
That's the
bar.
official Cowboy Boy candy bar. Is Almond
Is it?
Joy. Because Shayne and I agree. They're
Reese's
really good.
Sticks are good.
Oh, hell yeah.
Reese's
But-
Sticks might be my favorite.
I like they make a Reese's now that has like Reese's peanut butter, like Reese's Pieces inside of the bar.
Oh,
That's
okay.
pretty dope. I had
Yeah.
one of those. That was pretty dope.
They're just putting two things together now.
They're putting like
You've
6
been
things
bamboozled.
together.
The Take 5 Reese's is pretty good. I like this candy bar discourse. This is making me hungry
I
again.
know,
Yeah.
it's the end of the podcast. This
It's-
is where the wheels fall off.
Yeah.
The wheels
No.
fall off the bus. And
It
the
felt like
boys
we
get
were.
hungry
I'm not
for
gonna lie.
candy
It felt like we were done like 5 minutes ago.
This is where the true
We're all kind of
fans-
tired, and I was just like, that coffee didn't do the job. Candy sounds good right now.
Dude, we'll get you a coffee after this.
Hell yeah.
I'm trying to go through the Rolodex of all the horrific candy bar videos I've seen in my head.
Oh man, I remember
People
seeing
sticking
a
candy
girl.
in their butts?
Someone
Yeah,
put
of
a
course.
What? Come
What?
on.
That's day one candy bar stuff.
No.
People, of course, think anything that is phallic shaped and someone has a camera, it's going right up their
I
butt.
saw a girl put a Snickers in her pussy once.
How did it come out? Did she like suck all the chocolate off? Or?
No, she pulled it out and then like a guy bit it and everyone went crazy. It was at a party.
Oh, you saw this in real life?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was like at a party. A girl was like, "This was." You know what? A lot of the parties I went to as a kid, people were putting stuff inside of them.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because remember the first time I ever saw a woman's vagina up close?
Yeah.
A girl was putting a Sobe bottle in her pussy. And I was like 11 or 12, or maybe even younger, and I was just like, what the fuck?
That's a good bottle.
Yeah.
They don't make Sobeys anymore, I don't think.
They don't. It's a big one. It's a thickie.
Oh, it
She was a champ. So she really was going for it. And
Sticking things inside of people is a classic fun move.
yeah, hairbrush, Sobe bottle.
Hairbrush.
Yeah, I saw someone put that backside of a hairbrush.
Wait.
Okay, backside.
Wait,
you gotta get
who thought they were
specific.
going bristles
Wait.
first up in this bitch?
Why was that such a reaction? That's like the number one go-to thing girls
No,
jack off with.
he thought we were going bristles first.
I
into
know.
the
Yeah,
pussy.
I thought you were going wide, like
I know, I'm just-
metal pointy black balls at the top brush.
I have seen that.
Yeah, people do some weird stuff. I saw a toy football come out of a woman's pussy once. Or not a toy football, just a football.
Remember I showed you that cool video?
What?
Yeah, she
Like,
like gave-
baby size?
I thought it was a birth giving video, but she pushed a football out.
You were disappointed when the football.
And I was
wanted
very,
a baby.
I was disappointed, but not because I wanted a baby, just because I was disappointed because I didn't want to see a football come out of someone's pussy.
That reminds me of, what is the video I showed you like a week or two ago? I'm like, hey, check out this lady. She's putting Mentos in her pussy.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
that
the
one
guy-
ruled because it
the
was
guy-
science.
The guy shakes up the Coke, Diet Coke, and puts it inside of her. And then she's like having fun. She's like, this is funny, ha ha ha. And he's like, yeah, this is funny. And then when he puts the Diet Coke in her pussy full of Mentos, her face immediately is just like, this is no longer fun. And she like almost instantly starts crying.
No!
And like it's just shooting out of her.
Yeah, and she goes, "Hey, this hurts," and he's like, "Oh no!" It's so funny because everyone is having such a good time, and then immediately everyone in the video is just like, "Uh-oh, are we killing you?"
I was having.
Where
a good
did you
time.
find this video?
Just
You just
online.
Google Mentos in what happens if you put Mentos in a
Yeah.
pussy Diet Coke ? Listen, as soon as Mac told me the premise of the video,
Yeah.
I said, "Run that shit, bro." Is Neil deGrasse Tyson there? That sounds like science. Don't you listen? If I told
It's-
you offhandedly without you knowing what was going to happen in the video, what do you think would happen if I put a Mentos in a pussy and sprayed Diet Coke in? Wouldn't you want to know?
Yeah.
See, there you go. Immediately,
But
you're
in my
like,
head, it wouldn't hurt the person. It would just shoot out like the way when you drop it at Mentos in a Coke bottle.
yeah,
And that
well,
would be
'cause
funny.
I've seen a
But
video.
I guess if it's going one way, it's going both directions.
I've
and
seen
then
a
it's
video
there.
of someone putting Mountain Dew in their pussy, And
of
they were
course
fine.
you did.
Yeah, it was sent to me directly. This was not a find.
Oh,
This was-
it was made for you.
yeah, but they were fine. They laughed about it or whatever. But like
We're
this, she did not like because
Yeah,
it
that's
was a
the-
chemical reaction.
I
in
mean,
your
that's
pussy.
that's the part I wouldn't want to watch it for.
Well, she's fine though. It's funny in like a she doesn't like it in a jackass way. She's
Yeah.
not like she's a victim of her own silliness.
Yeah.
It's not
Sometimes
like she's
you get caught up in the moment.
yeah. She's not like oh I hate this. I've been made to do this. It was like she and the homies are having a good time laughing, and then she's like I put Mentos in my pussy, and now there's Diet Coke in there.
I can't find that specific video.
Oh no! Did you
There's
find
so-
a second one?
Oh, there's tons, but the one I'm talking about is that one's saved on my desktop. We'll show you.
yeah.
if
It's
you
very-
want to see.
She's.
I'll pass.
Also, if you want
I
to send
kind
us
of
a
want
video,
to watch it again, honestly.
if you want to send us a video of you putting Coke and
oh
Mentos
my
in your pussy,
god! Or ass.
oh,
For the
no.
boys. What do you mean? Oh no! Your
I'm out.
homophobia is crazy.
Dude, no.
I want videos of Mentos and Diet Coke in your ass. You
feel like-
fucking loser.
Also, you know what's funny? In my head, I was just like thinking of women's butts, and then it was like, oh no, I was like, oh yeah, dudes' butts too.
yeah.
No, I was thinking of women's butts, and I'm like, don't do that to your
Oh,
butt.
hey, listen, women's butts also.
No, your butt. We've talked about it before. Your butt, you need to take care of. A pussy, those are elastic. Those will bounce back. You can do anything to those.
Butts don't bounce back,
they
baby.
do not bounce back.
Butts bounce back.
Bounce back.
This is a debate we've had.
We
You only have so many.
It got settled. Gay dudes were like, Shayne's right,
No,
and Mac
they're-
is still.
Yeah.
Dude, bottoms, professional bottoms messaged us, and we're like, not only do you bounce back, but I'm like,
Oh, yeah?
I'm tighter than ever.
a guy whose career depends on him being like, yeah, my butt is tight as ever.
Oh my
Told us that his
God.
butt is still tight.
Dude, this is
I don't believe
you're
it.
like an anti-masker right now.
I am an anti.
Yeah,
You're
asser.
the anti-tightness.
Anti-asser.
He's the anti-asser.
The anti-asser. Hell yeah. All right.
If you wanna
Perfect, right there. That's the end.
we can cut it short. What do
Oh
you,
no,
what
it's short. No, we can keep
no,
going.
no.
Where
We'll just
are we
do
at?
5 minutes
No,
of
it's
plugs.
not short.
5 minutes
yeah,
of
I was like,
plugs.
this is it. We've done it. Mac is so anal about the time.
I'm also
Yeah, let
I'm also pro going out on a laugh, as we know.
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying-
of course.
Let the record show that I've always fought for the full hour, and Shane's been like, 30 minutes, we're good. Fuck them.
Oh no,
That's
no.
Fuck the
true.
fans. I hate them all.
That's
What?
not
That's
true.
that's Shane. What he says and off the
my
mic.
God.
Me,
It's-
I'm like, we have to do this for them.
You know what my favorite part about this is? At least everyone knows you're a liar.
I know. I literally like kill myself to go out and perform for the fans. Oh my god! Some of these shows I've booked, I can't believe I did. A lot of the times I do shows and I'll be like, I'm in fucking.
You know what happened right here? You trick Shayne into thinking that people might think he's not appreciative. Of
Mm.
them.
I know,
And so
I
instead
know.
of ending it, now he's gonna tell.
Dude,
know.
no, I get
'Cause of-
self-conscious
yeah.
that people
Dude.
won't because I want them to so
That's
badly.
the joke.
It's a-
I just lie and be like, I love the fans. All right, fuck you.
All right. So anyway, no, I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna say a thing.
Save it for the Patreon,
That's
baby.
right.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
that's-
be self-conscious.
For the real fans
I
on
know
Patreon.
that people care about me. I'm gonna trust that people care.
We are not sarcastic
Except
on the
for Matt.
Patreon. We bare our hearts and souls.
That's real.
Actually, you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie. The Patreon episodes, I'm like, well, the people I know aren't gonna.
That's where you wild out.
Yeah, I was like, the people who I know aren't gonna pay for the Patreon for your guys' episodes, so I can say whatever I want in
Yeah.
the Patreon.
That's usually where the guests are like, I'll say some shit.
I'll say
Yeah.
full name and
Yeah.
and address.
I'll share nudes.
There you go.
Mm.
What's your email where people can send you some nudes?
No, no.
JF Harris
No.
at yahoo.com. I'm
Yeah, send them
guessing.
to JF Harris at yahoo.com. I don't know that dude, but that'd be great if that dude just started getting mad nudes.
Where can people find you?
It's Instagram at the JF Harris, and then I have a YouTube JF
You
Harris.
can send nudes to
comedy.
that Instagram.
I mean, you could.
Boys,
But,
make it happen.
Japanese women with penises.
hentai creatures with Shayne and Mac's head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to my website and then you can get to all the links. And the special is gonna probably come out next month, called "People Make Mistakes."
That's the official name.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go with 4 center blocks. I feel like more people will click on.
Yeah.
Mistakes.
People make mistakes is a great name.
Yeah,
Good
it's
name.
also true.
Yeah, also true. Listen, if you listen to this podcast, you know we make mistakes all the time.
Yeah, you should have hid that tape somewhere else.
Just all the things I say in general. Come see me live, ShayneSmithComedy.com. If you're listening to this, I probably am in Florida right now. Actually, yeah, I'm in Florida right now. If you're listening to this, I'm in Florida. Come see me in Florida or Texas or Minnesota or Jersey. Yeah, those are places I'll be.
I'll be in Florida in January.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
headlining New York City
Gotham
Comedy Festival.
Yeah, Gotham Comedy Club you're doing, right?
I'm doing
Or-
New York Comedy Club
Oh,
again.
New York Comedy.
Yeah. So, but I'll be headlining at the New York City Comedy Festival, which I hear is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
I didn't know that. I've only done one comedy festival, and it was fucking Skank Fest.
Yeah, funny.
So, yeah.
I mean, there's just like a couple of parties, but it'll just feel like you're doing a fun long set.
Yeah.
But it's great.
It's a good time. I'm headlining, so
Yeah.
it's going to be good. So I'm headlining
When are
in
you
New
doing
York
that?
again. November 9th.
Hell yeah, dog.
So that'll be good. Are you going to be in town?
I might be in town.
Dude, fucking come through.
I'll come do a set.
Maybe JF will be there doing a set, everybody.
I'll also be in North Carolina, and I'll be in Sacramento,
Fuck yeah. In San Jose and Brea with me.
in San Jose
But
and Brea with you.
That already happened, so
Did
if
it?
you're listening to this, we had a good time.
We
Future us,
We fucking got crazy.
we're hanging out.
We ate sandwiches.
So you're like, we got crazy. I was like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna rollerblade and eat sandwiches? Maybe this is my plan.
I should see if I have my rollerblades still in my parents' house if they didn't get fucked up by the flood. I'll bring my K2 Fatty Pros.
Dude, I would fucking geek out to see those.
Yeah.
Mac, what do you got?
All right, rate and review our podcast on
Hmm.
iTunes. Email us at cowboyboyspodcast@gmail.com. Subscribe to our YouTube. Everywhere, Cowboy Boys on Twitter. Use our secret code phrase, boy howdy, to interact, and we'll say it back or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then
Engage that.
follow Mac and send him tasteful nudes.
They already do.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Fucking yeehaw, everybody.
Oh.
Yeah.